Right now, you experience a conflicted mind, and it makes perfect sense to you to have a conflicted mind. But having a conflicted mind causes you to expend a great deal of effort and energy being on the defensive. Why? Because you see enemies where they don't exist. You see enemies where all there is truly is God. You see others behaving in a threatening and harmful manner because they see themselves in an environment that is dangerous. And so they see the constant need for defense that you see. Not because it's true, but because the state of independence includes the state of fear. Now, you must use discipline. You must discipline your mind to undo the sloppiness, to undo the willingness to find nothing wrong with being conflicted and serving two masters in your own mind. You must be vigilant so that you recognize when you're beginning to think by yourself, when you're beginning to be conscious by yourself, so that you can stop it immediately and join with the Holy Spirit and companion with the Holy Spirit until such time as you find that you've slipped and you're thinking alone again out of habit. And then because you're insistent upon using self-discipline, you become vigilant again to reestablish the connection. And when the connection is established, the Holy Spirit walks through your mind with you, revealing what is true about everything in you, so that you learn that you're not this separated entity that you thought you were, and that you are not under threat, and that you don't need to protect yourself. And the Holy Spirit leads you into an experience of this, not an idea of it, but an experience of it within you, so that you realize that because there is no threat, there is nothing you need to be vigilant about any longer. Vigilance is required to break the habit, so that you might have a new experience in which you realize that you aren't the vulnerable one you thought you were, and therefore vigilance against threat is not needed. And because you are more in your right mind, vigilance against illusion isn't needed, because you're no longer hoodwinked. Now, does everyone understand now? If not, listen to the tape, because I have expressed it clearly and it will sink in. It will begin to register with you. It's really simple. Again, your vigilance is the sign that you want Him to guide you, the Holy Spirit. Vigilance does require effort, but only to teach you that effort itself is unnecessary. You have exerted great effort to preserve what you made. And I'm going to add the word up. You have exerted great effort to preserve what you made up, because it was not true. Therefore, you must now turn your effort against it. Only this can cancel out the need for effort and call upon the being which you both have and are. This recognition is wholly without effort, since it is already true and needs no protection. It is in the perfect safety of God. What is? The being, verb, the being which you both have and are. It is in the perfect safety of God. Therefore, inclusion is total and creation is without limit. And you in your bigness are that which is all-inclusive and totally connected with all that is, wherein everything that exists is the object of your affection, is what you teach by being, and which is extending to you its conscious acknowledgement of God right where you are, and thereby teaching you what is true about you, so that being is experienced as a constant extension of love to the sonship, by the sonship, in the conscious recognition of its indivisibility. So remember, you teach by being. And what you teach, you learn. And what you learn enhances what you teach. And although you will use a specific object of your affection to initiate the movement of teaching by being, the entire brotherhood is taught. And this puts you in the position, because you will stand in receipt of appreciation from the brotherhood for what you've been teaching. It puts you in the position of being available to a sudden shift of perception in which you realize you really are not alone, and how infinite is the love with which you are loved. I am describing the clearer experience of what you are, that you will be having when you finally get it, that your attention is God's treasure, and your attention needs to become singular, persistent, consistent. Can you feel me loving you? So can the rest of the brotherhood as well. Right now, you are sitting, you are being in the middle of a universal acknowledgement of love being extended to you. I love you all, and I look forward to being with you next week.